Great. Time for a couple more.
Yes, please.
Okay, Ty.
Thank you. Is the goal to have as many people linked in to you, or be selective in who you invite and who you accept?
I think we covered that a little bit early. Somebody want to summarize that?
Yeah. The goal depends on who you are. If you're an executive, you want to network with your peers. Not just the people that are on the same level as you, but the people below you and the people above you, because those people will bring you opportunities. The power of the weak connection is undisputable. For people who are open networkers like Mike and myself, and anybody whose job it is to bring money in the door, sales, business development, recruiters, the bigger your network, the more value you will find in that network and the more quality, because people are able to find you. If you're a fisherman and it's your job to go out and get as many fish as possible, you want a really big net. You want a big net that you can go out and cast and find fish, and those other fish that aren't looking to be found are ending up hitting your net anyway.
How about, yes, ma'am.
Hi. We just really got started on the whole LinkedIn idea, and I opened it up, and it went right to my email box and said, you want to download all your emails, and I've got 2,100 addresses in there, and I thought, do I just rock and roll and make it happen, even though I'm sure there might be some people that really don't like it.
Oh, that means.
But it's like, do I discriminate?
Oh, please, give me the microphone.
Do you know what it's like to get 3,000 addresses added to your contact folder and then try to go through your contact folder and find the people you're really looking for? I know right here on iPhone, 3,000 of them come down, and that's, for me, that's A through D. Okay, so I can't find squat on my phone if your last name starts with A, B, C, or D. I can't find it, and I'm going through to manually, one at a time, click, 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 click. Do you want to hear me do that 3,000 times? To go delete those people. And by the way, you can't go get the next 3,000 or the next 3,000. They think that the only people that are ever going to use that tool have networks of 3,000 people or less. So yeah, there's some really, you're talking probably about an iPhone and downloading contacts, and I'm sure it works on a Droid or something. But
I'm just thinking that what I want to do is I really want to get the word out about what we do, and I want to do it on, not just on a local basis, but on a national basis. And so it's like, I just want to tell everybody.
well, you can download your contacts, and that's a good thing to do. We all back up our data. Pretty much all of us here back up our data probably on a weekly basis or every periodically. And you download a CSV file. You download an Excel file, essentially. What I thought you were talking about was downloading because you can download with your iPhone your contacts onto here, and that is a really bad thing to do. You get all the folks whose last name begins with ampersand and bracket and pound sign and all that first. You don't miss any of those. They're not at the top of the list in this case. So, but yeah, please, I feel for anyone whose last name begins with A through D, because it's really hard to find you.
On LinkedIn, just I've got all these email addresses. I want to be able to utilize them. Do I just?
Well, an opted-in mailing list. I want to put Scott in here to talk about opted-in mailing lists, because there's a big deal on lists, and these folks really understand it better than us. We're just speakers and trainers.
As far as are you talking about, you're just wanting to get more LinkedIn contacts based on your email list?
Correct.
Again, it depends. I mean, if you truly know those people and have a connection with them, I certainly don't think, I mean, you guys are LinkedIn experts. You might
I
want
invite everybody. I'm a LinkedIn.
I don't think it can hurt if it's for your business. Not everybody's going to accept it, but.
Right. Right. Not, if you're going to be an open networker, you're going to get your hand slapped. Every now and then, you're going to go try and invite some people, and they're going to say you have to know their email address. That means your account's been restricted. And you send customer service a message, and I say, paid subscriber question. My account's been restricted. And then they say you should only invite people you know, and you should, all these things that you should do. Oh, put a picture on your profile. Guess what? Over the last 5 years, I've lost 200 pounds, and I live on the other side of the country. And I have a very common name. People that I know that I have worked with in the past have said, I don't know Lori. Oh, Lori, was that you? I'm sorry. Will you send me another invitation? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to send me one now. You've already blocked me, thank you. So you have to be careful, but you've been restricted 7 times.
7 times.
He calls it collateral damage. Okay? Be an open networker, be aware of the pitfalls, and then get on with your life. Yeah.
Good.
I personally live in fear of the IDK. And if possible, I will approach people offline to connect with them. I have restored people's accounts who have done what you've suggested. They import their Outlook directory and the en masse invitations go out and they get their 7 IDKs in record time. And they come at me with, what the heck is this? What kind of social media platform do you have yourself involved with, JD? So we have to write the letter. We have to say this was an innocent mistake because on the one hand, people don't know that they don't know you is a bad thing. So if you get an IDK and they start accumulating, it could be a very honest mistake on the receiving end. Obviously, enough people go to LinkedIn presentations, they'll hear someone say, archive it or ignore it. Don't ever say that you don't know someone.
We got time.
Unless you don't know them.
Jay?
I was just gonna say I did that one time. I said I don't know, and the guy actually called me and pleaded for me to accept him because he was on his 5th, I think, I don't knows, and he was worried that LinkedIn was going to kick him out of the system. So I just leave it alone. I archive it. If I always respond to everyone, but if they don't respond back, I just leave it alone.
We got time for one more question from the panel. Want to point out and invite everybody once again to the event tonight, the Out of the Cyber into the Real World 3. It's at it's about 5 minutes from here. It's at can't remember the name of it.
Alumni Club.
Everybody else does. Alumni Club. Where's it at? All right. But all these guys are going to be here, I believe. I don't know if Jason's going to be able to make it or not, but we're going to have to go on to the other workshop. So we'll take one more. Alex.
I just wanted to add on to that. One of the things, because I'm actually selective about who I ask to join my network. And one of the things that I do, if I'm concerned that someone won't know who I am, someone I haven't seen in like 20 years, I actually send a note I attach a note with it saying, bring out a point that would help them trigger, help them refresh their memory. And 9 times out of 10 that works.
By the way, the interest section on someone's profile is a really great place to look for, to put a sentence in. I see that you're into double diamond skiing as well, or I see that bang, bang, bang. If someone looks at your interest section of your profile and remarks about it, you're never going to say no to that person. Never gonna do that. In fact, you're gonna try to find a way to do business with that person.
All right. We thank the group. Thanks. We're going to start these other workshops in a couple minutes. So guys, get comfortable. We got Mike O'Neill, Lori Ruff in one room, and Scott Bishop in the other. Choose your rooms.